So I'm kind of debating on whether I actually want to share this. I thought I would at least share. I'm definitely going to get some hate for this, and I embrace the hate, the ridicule, because it's a tough decision to make, and I get that. All right, so basically, I am renting out one of my apartments, and we had a tenant that come through and apply, and so she is a retired person that has two granddaughters living with her. I don't know the full story. I didn't ask. I just kind of looking at the numbers, and as a landlord, you look at the numbers. It is a business, and it's really hard to separate personal and business sometimes because they merge a lot. And so she came to me, her two granddaughters that were living with her, I think because the parents passed, and I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. The problem was the credit report. There was a lot of money on collections that I didn't feel like the potential tenant would be able to afford the rent payments. They were already back owing their previous landlord on collections several months of money. It was the previous landlord. This is really hard because I don't want, I'm not trying to judge people, and I know I'm going to get ridiculed for this because this is really hard to say, but I think they had a car loan, they had a previous landlord that they didn't pay, and they were on collections, and I felt like they would not be able to pay. And it's really hard because these are people that probably have fallen on hard times. There's two daughters, their parents are not in the picture for whatever reason, and it's just the grandmother trying to raise these two daughters and find a good place to live, and they have thousands of dollars in collections that they have to pay, and it's hard to find a place to live because landlords don't like to see a lot of collections. They don't like to see that you still have to, or the potential tenant still has to pay their previous landlord because they still didn't pay rent. So I had to deny them, and it was really a tough decision. I went through it, spent some time thinking about it. Real estate is a tough animal because there's personal and there's business that really interflow, and it's hard to separate them. But in the end, it is a business. It's not a personal endeavor as much as it is a business endeavor, and tough decisions have to be made. So I had to deny that potential tenant. I'm pretty sad about it.